Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Just today I'm going to be showing you how to make a parrot for your distilling, so you don't have to use cuts, and you can measure roughly how much your ABV is going to end up having at the end. So all you need on this is a 22mm pipe, so it's 22mm across, and doesn't matter how long you have this, as long as you make up the whole length from top to bottom to 9 to 10 inches. This is what I normally use for doing my cuts or checking my ABV. This is from the bottom to the top, 10 inches. Okay, so the aim of the game is to, we're only going to be using two pipes, 22mm like I just said, and a 15mm, which is a lot smaller. Now you'd also need a 22mm by 22mm by 15mm. Okay, and once that's done, then you just need to get a reducer, which is this end, a 22mm to a 45mm, and then another reducer for this end, which is going to be a 15mm by 35mm. Make sure you get the 22mm, because your alcohol hydrometer can only fit in a 22mm, which is this pipe. This is the layout. You'd need then one 90-degree bend there, one bottom end cap, which is a blank, which goes in there, and this is a 15mm pipe. Doesn't matter how long you want it. If you want, then you can put a bend on there, which is a 15mm bend. You also need lead-free flux for soldering, as you can see at the bottom there, lead-free. Doesn't matter which flux it is, but this is called power flow and flux, but it doesn't matter as long as lead-free. Also you need lead-free solder, as you can see there, just below there says lead-free. This is a thick solder for doing proper soldering on pipes, for gas pipes and water pipes. You may need this as well, so you put the pipe in there, which will score the pipe around, get a nice clean contact on the outside of the pipe when they fit in. And this is the 22mm one here. These are 22 and a 15mm for both pipes. And also you need a cutter to cut the pipes, and this is crazy enough, it looks like a parrot as well, this cutter. This one's adjustable one, so you can just put this from probably the most smallest pipe to the biggest, but this will fit for your 15mm and your 22mm. As a bonus, you'd need, this is all rusted, I've got to give it a good clean, wire wool to clean your pipes, so you can just get them all shining again. As you can probably see, these got blemishes over there, so we'll be cleaning them. Also then, in between these little pipes, you need a little bit of piping. Don't really need measurements, like it says, just make your own sort of measurements, but as long as you got from top all the way to the bottom, that's got to be 10 inches maximum. You can get away with 9 inches. Remember, this pipe's got to be longer, the 15mm, than this whole pipe, which I'll show you when I put it together. The reason why, because the water needs to be higher and heavier, or the alcohol could be higher or heavier, to go through and to push this straight through the pipe, through here, and then coming out for your collection. This is 9-inch hydrometer, alcohol hydrometer, so I can go 10 inches would be perfect. I can even make this 9 inches in total. And then I've made the legs, which once this is put together, I've made this little thing where I can just put 4 of these 15mm bends, little bits of 50mm in between. These are T's. You need 1, 2 T's, or 3 T's, sorry. And then the 4T I'll show you now, this 4T which I've cut clean in half. And I'll show you the reason for that. So you'd need 1, 2, 3 T's and 4 90-degree 15mm bends. This is all 15mm, by the way. And that will then get a little piece like this. Put that in there. This then half one, which I've cut in half, would go on here. Okay. And then this then would fit on top of there, which I'll show you now. I'll just put it together temporary and show you what I mean. So as you can see now, I've put it together, and I'm just going to get the tape measure in a minute, just to show you that as long as you make the main 22mm, sorry about the angle of my video, I'm doing this without a tripod. As long as this from here is, if you look down here, that's just 9 inches. As long as you make that from top to bottom about 9 to 10 inches, you can't go wrong. Get away with 9 inches, you get away with 10 inches, but I wouldn't say go any higher than 10 inches. As you can see, it's all put together. As you notice, I told you, this got to be higher. I could go a little bit shorter than that, but as long as it's a bit higher, when the alcohol goes in, because of the weight on this side, we'll push this around and up through here, through there, and out into your jar. Like I said, I've made this stand as a bonus. It's made out of 15mm piping, which is the same piping, I'll say again, as this one. And then you got to have your 22. So all you need is 22mm and a 15mm. They normally come just like in a meter length. So you're gonna have lots left over. And because I had lots left over, especially on the 15, 15mm, I made this little stand. And like I said, with this stand, if I can pick it up, it might fall apart, especially the bottom. But that will then, if I can get this on you without getting it, that will fit on top of here. It's gonna fall. It's gonna fall apart, but you can see what I mean. It's gonna be soldered onto there, and that will be a stand. Once I get it together, I will put it up, showing you, be all cleaned up with wire wool as well. And my soldering we call it soldering blowtorch is just out the back. It's just a very old one. It's been using this for years. It's just shit out. Normal colour gas, propane, 3.9 kilograms. It's quite an expensive one. My brother bought this years ago and gave it to me because he bought a new one. If you want to know what this is called Bull Finch, and it's got this torch here. It turns on by there, and you just adjust how much you want, gas you want to come out, and that works. So yeah, that's the way you make a Parrot for your still. At the end of these, that's a 15mm there. At the end, these little brushes, that's a 22mm. And all I'll do then is, for example, every single piece, let's just take this piece off you, as I'll just stick the 15mm end in there, clean up inside each end, and same with the pipes. Just give it a neat, good, clean contact, and then flux it, and then solder all, weld it together. So I'm just gonna weld this together and come back to you on it and give you an update. This is part 1. If you'd like to subscribe, hit that notification button, like, and I will get back to you with this part 2 of this being put together and showing you how the alcohol flows through it and being collected at the other end. Thank you.